and welcome to the Denker show. So today we have a brand new episode titled Speak Your Truth. So Speak Your Truth is basically an idea to get people together to talk about various inspiring topics, especially in these pandemic times. We would all love to divert our attention away from the Karuna madness. So today we will be talking about forgiveness, which is a very important topic, especially when we're trying to find our truths and connect to our authentic selves. So today I've got a guest. Her name is Karuna, and so Karuna is joining me today to talk about forgiveness. So thank you, Karuna, for joining me today. Lovely to have you. Actually, Karuna is a nurse. She works in one of Hamburg's major hospitals. So it will be interesting to hear from you how the situation is at the moment with the current pandemic. How is it for you as a nurse?
For me, it's just very important to keep going and just giving your true service work, which profession you have chosen. And no matter what's happening around the world, it's just really important to be there for anybody, for the patients, also for the family members, and just shining your true light. And no matter what's happening around the world, just keep going and giving that trust and faith to everybody who you meet. And to be honest, I don't focus on what's happening around the world, because if I did, then that would make me feel the sadness. So I always focus on the positive, what I'm doing in the moment.
So how do you manage that? How can you? I can imagine that you suck in the negative vibes around you. Because it's not. I mean, working in a hospital is not. It's not a very positive environment, is it? So how do you block all of that out? How do you keep yourself immune to?
I think I'm really connected to my soul.
Okay.
I try and keep it. I do know when I lose that track, because when I've left work or the last time you feel really depleted, like you were saying, your energy gets depleted.
Yeah.
But due to me meditating, it really uplifts me and starts my day. And like if I'm up at 4 and doing my meditation, I will get up early to do it. I will not leave the house before I do that, because that's what gives me my energy.
That helps a lot.
Connecting to spirit, and every individual has their own routines, but that's for me. And everyone always says to me, "How come you're always so full of happiness and joy? And there's not one day where you really what affects you?" And I just said, "You have to connect.
You have to connect. You have to go within.
Yeah.
Because that's when you go within, that's where the light is. And if you can connect with that light, you shine it forth. Into the world and to those around you. So I think meditation does help.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on the topic forgiveness, how would you address that topic? I mean, forgiveness is obviously not. It's not an easy place to be, especially if you've been hurt, like really hurt. If you think of people who have had loved ones, like lost loved ones. By, I don't know, accident caused by a drunk driver or whatever, and different scenarios where you're posed with, the topic forgiveness. It's not like so easy. I mean, it's easy to say, "I forgive you." I mean, words, "I forgive you," or "I've forgiven that person," but actually feeling it. What's your take on forgiveness, and how would you say, what are the steps necessary to get to that point of actually forgiving and feeling the forgiveness?
Well, the thing is with forgiveness is it depends how deep you want to go, first of all. Because if you're carrying some resentment or something that's really triggered inside you that's been for a long time, it'll affect you. It will always affect you. It'll be always in your vibration, and even if you think you've forgotten it, it props up.
Yes,
it's a fact. It'll always prop up in your life in different situations as well. Something will remind you about something, and to forgive the person it is a training thing. to just say, who do I really want to be? Who do I truly want to be? Do I want to be a person who
is bitter and angry and
yeah? And do I want to be that kind of person, or do I want to find a way out of this situation, even if it's an uncomfortable situation or something that's really hurt me? And how to learn from the situation, how to learn from it is finding a way to forgive this person or whatever's caused the situation. But I can only say from my experience, forgiveness, there's nothing, we're always working on ourselves. The more you work on yourself and shine your true light, you don't have any resentments or negativity feelings about anything.
Because that's the thing, because once you're able to get to that point where you actually can be in the same room, in the same space as the person, and you feel nothing, like you don't feel this anger or resentment, you feel free. So I think forgiveness is not only about forgiving someone and freeing that person, you're actually freeing yourself because you feel this, it's like a huge weight being lifted off your shoulders. You feel this burden just, getting off you. So that's why I think forgiveness is very important. And but the thing is how to get there. How do you get there? How do you get to that point where you're not only saying I've forgiven this person, but you're actually feeling it in your whole being that you've forgiven this person, and you can be in the same space, in the same room as this person and not feel like resentment. You feel free, right? So getting there, it's like you said, it's work, isn't it? It's also about connecting to the light within. Because if you can connect with the light within, then you're seeing the person not like as a person who hurt you, but as a person who's connected to you, like in spirit. So, I mean, people do, that's the dark side of humanity, unfortunately, that people do horrible things. But that is not who they truly are, isn't it?
No,
isn't it?
And I believe that if someone does anything bad or even just with words, it's always because they have something within themselves that they're not happy about, they're not satisfied, and that's what they reflect from the outside. It's also with relationships, even with kids, like my kids. If there's anything, and I always start laughing and say, how can you laugh? and they don't understand. I can't tell my children, not yet, that there's no point me depleting my energy.
Absolutely.
In that moment where they're saying, how come you don't show these emotions or feelings as, I'm feeling this way, and they want you to feel that way. And I just think...
You make a choice to feel how you want to feel. You want to feel good. And you make the choice, make the choice every day to feel good. Isn't it? It's a conscious choice you make it. So instead of feeling bad or feeling down or feeling remorse or feeling angry, you choose to feel good. So I think that is a fantastic choice.
And forgiveness is really, it's just a training thing. And I know it's as you said, it's taken me a while as well, and I must say that I'm very, very happy for the lessons. Every day is something to learn and to be grateful for. And I always, when I've not been in my alignment and not shining my light, and I always thinking, this is tricky, like you said, with the profession. And one patient said something that's just getting on my nerves, and I'm slightly off my track, and then I always say, oh God, no, I've done it again. And then I always go back to seeing the person and just seeing the true pure light. And then I get back on my track.
Because forgiveness. Because our authentic selves is not, it's pure light, it's love, isn't it?
It is.
That is who we truly are. Who we truly are is love. It's pure light, it's pure goodness. So anything other than that is not who we truly are.
That's
true.
So
I think you're right, because it helps when you can see beyond the facade, beyond all that evil, beyond all that, anger and everything, and see right through into
Yeah.
this person and
Yeah.
connect with the light that this person is.
That's it.
And to connect with the true love that this person is, because that is who this person really is. I know it's hard to say that, you know, someone would say, yeah, a criminal is, you know, like, I mean, a murderer or whatever it is, but nobody is born a criminal. No human being is born a criminal, is born a murderer or whatever. Everyone has this pure light in love. It's just, it's brokenness, you know, it's, you know, you come into this life and you get all this, you know, negative vibes around. And there are people who are very sensitive that they soak it all up. And depending on the environment that they grew up in or what they've experienced and whatever brokenness that they have within is just being manifested in, you know, the evil that's, you know, that they're manifesting into the world.
That's right.
But so if you can connect with the light that this person is into the love, it's possible to change this person. You know, love changes the world, it changes humans, it changes everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can, you know, offer love to someone who doesn't deserve it, it's compassion.
Yeah.
It has more effect to change that human being than actually, you know, I don't know, doing something drastic like the death row, for example.
I mean though, because also with my profession, it's like, this might sound really crazy, but it's always like patients come to me, and I'm not trying to boast or anything, but they always say, you're different. You listen. They come to me rather than somebody who's a higher level, and they just sit and talk, and then they say, we can talk. You've got something about you, and you in that moment, without you knowing, like you just said, you're changing the person without you not knowing, and you get that feedback. And so no matter what they've done, I mean, we've got patients who have tried to kill themselves, and they've tried to strangle their wives or whatever. But you can't have that resentment against them.
No.
And bringing them back into their true light and forgiving them in the sense and just, you know, being there for them, it uplifts them.
It does.
And
it does.
that's for me, you know, just being there for the person.
And showing love, even when it's not deserving, because love is who we are, everyone is love, and it's just about connecting to that love which is within us, to that light, and then sharing it and, you know, giving it forth, and, you know, helping someone else connect also. So it's about helping someone else connect to that divine which is within them, and that has a huge effect in to transform this person, a transformative effect on that person than anything else. I mean, shaming the person or, you know, whatever kind of thing, I don't think it has as much effect as showing compassion, which is a very difficult thing, and it's obviously a difficult place. It's not an easy place to get to, but it takes steps, you know, and you have it takes steps. It's not something that is just from one day to the next, right? So you can be, you know, in the same room with someone who really hurt you, and you just feel this resentment, even though you feel, I've forgiven this person, so why do I feel this discomfort? It just takes maybe some, you know, something the person would say that would just, you know, trigger you. And so then it makes you realize that you've not really forgiven that person, because if that person can trigger, you know, that memory. So from my perspective, I believe that forgiveness is, you know, when you like get to the point where you can actually, this is good, where you can take the power back from that person, you know, like the power the person has over your happiness, you can take it back. So forgiveness is taking back the power that someone has over your happiness and releasing them from the idea that they have the power to hurt you. So it's you releasing them from the idea that it can hurt you, that you know, that power that they have, because there are actually people who actually they just love hurting other people, you know. It's just like for them it's a power factor kind of thing. So it's you can be like in a space with someone who hurt you, and there is something called remorse. You know, the person feels remorseful or guilt, And once you get to the point of forgiveness, it could bring both of you together because it's a mutual kind of light that shines when you get to that point of forgiveness. And but there is another thing when someone is, deliberately hurting you, and because it gives them power, and you get to that point where you forgive the person,
because
it creates kind of an invisible kind of shield around you. So it strips them of their power, and it protects you in the sense that you won't get triggered, right? You won't feel like anything, no matter nothing the person says, is going to trigger you because you're protected. And that gets them pissed off.
Isn't
it?
It's true.
It pisses them off because it's like you're stripping their power away. And that power that they had over you, you're taking it back. And you just feel free. It is freeing, isn't it?
You feel just so uplifted, light.
Yes.
And like I said, nothing affects me in any way. If it's my brother, I have a big family, and nothing affects me. They always say, you're so calm, you're so peaceful, what do you do? And I just say, I always stay happy. And every person who I meet, if it's somebody in a grocery store or whoever's serving me, just being happy and being grateful. And that changes your vibration.
Absolutely.
And forgiveness, like also with my relationship before, when I left my relationship, I didn't have any hatred at all. And from there onwards, it's just like shining my true light and not having this hatred about anybody. Anything.
It's such a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yeah, learning to love yourself first, shining that light out. And no matter whatever crosses your path, it's just taking it as a learning thing.
Absolutely. Because I think, you have a point there. Because whatever happens in life, whatever it is that we go through, there is something we're meant to learn out of it, isn't it? There is a message. It's a pity when we're not able to learn that message or learn that lesson. Or learn whatever it is we're meant to learn out of it, and we go out of that relationship still not knowing, right? So that's why I think, like you said, it's important to learn what it is that we're meant to learn out of it. And whenever it's not like so pleasant, the thing that we should be praying for is that the message be revealed, right? Isn't it? That the message be revealed. Because if the message is revealed, sometimes it takes you to get out of the relationship for you to get to that point where you, now I get it. Now I get it. Okay, so some people, they learn the lesson within the relationship, and some might learn what it was after the relationship. And they get to see what role that person played in their life. So basically about keeping a positive outlook despite the current situation that we have, and like you said, shining the light. And how did you put it?
Actually, it's like we call it light workers. Being the light worker is just shining your true light and not thinking about negative things, no matter what's happening, and just helping them. Just even if you're just holding someone and being there for them, that's the most beautiful thing what you can do.
True. And
just being an uplifter. An uplifter is really just being a true, authentic self, and that's why you don't have to. There's nothing for you to forgive anymore. You don't need to forgive anything because you love and accept everybody just the way they are. And if you keep in that momentum going, then everything shifts in your reality in a positive way. Even if you can't see it in the moment, but it's like working on that, and I'm still doing it for myself, not to prove to anybody anything, it's just that who I want to be, and who I truly believe that my soul wants me to be. And that's it. It's not about having an amazing house or career and stuff, it's just being your true self. And that's it.
And being happy. Being happy.
Happiness is the key. Every single thing.
It's everything. It is everything.
I mean, I'm so grateful being here today. I mean, it's
lovely having you here today.
And it's just really lovely. And I wish everybody that they learn to work on themselves, because only you can work, no one else can give you this forgiveness.
True.
In every aspect in our lives, colleagues, relationships, kids, or just yourself, forgiving yourself if you've also done something in your life what is wrong. It doesn't matter, but don't focus on the past, because you bring that past back into your reality.
Absolutely.
And you just got to be happy and
Yeah.
just say thank you, thank you, thank you, God, God Father, God Mother, that I'm learning my lessons every single day and being
Because
grateful.
when you're happy, you're actually connecting to the light within you. You're igniting, activating lessons.
Yeah.
Really. Because
Yeah.
I always say when you're feeling good, then you. Actually, I think it was Dr. Wayne Dyer that coined that term.
Yeah.
You know him?
Of course.
Know him. Read his book. We all know him once we've read his book. So when you're feeling good, you're feeling God. So and what better feeling is that? Feeling God, love, happiness, joy, peace, everything, all the positive emotions that you can imagine. It's such a beautiful feeling. So so let's start let's continue making the conscious choice of being happy and accepting people the way they are, forgiving, and acceptance.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you
It was
so
an
much.
honor being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.